Hello, good evening. Today is our day 4 for the Excel. I shared the file that we will work on today in the chat box. So we will use this day 4. In this file, I just made a sample. For example, you're checking your claims. I will just make this one longer list for the purpose of sampling only. So for this, since we want to focus on uh, invoices with the issues and those invoice not yet okay or not yet finished. So what we will do, we can highlight them for using the conditional formatting. Yesterday, just I wanted to do some continuation on that. So either you will highlight those already okay, so we will use text containing okay. But in case you want to highlight the other things that is not okay, how you will do it since they are having different names. For example, this is issue, this one with issue, both of them issue, but this one without issue word, also this and this. So what we can do, can go here to highlight conditional formatting, highlight cell roles, more roles, specific text. So instead of containing, we will use not containing. Then we will put OK. Then you can pick what color you want. So this means that it will highlight format cells with text not containing the word OK. Easily it will highlight for you. So it also includes the blanks. If you want to highlight the blanks on separate color, then you can do the same as what has been done yesterday, which is the blanks. More roles, cell value blanks. You need to change here to blanks. Since you want to see also, maybe you have skipped some of them. Okay. Miss Hanadi, do you have any questions or do you want to refresh
No, it's good.
lessons yesterday? You want to refresh anything?
I will inshallah review in the weekend and I will tell you my question inshallah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, dear.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So we will move on to the next formula I will teach today, which is the concatenate. Concatenate is simply joining two or more cells or joining anything on the cell that you like. For example, here, since these are not starting with zeros, so I want them to start with zero, especially we are doing this especially when during that virtual discharge. On virtual discharge, we have around 400 patients that we need to select and paste in the insurance workbench. Unfortunately, our insurance workbench right now does not accept any any MR number without the zero in the beginning. So what we can do here is to use the concatenate formula. You can use this concat if your Excel has this or concatenate if you don't have this concat. So it's the same formula.
Excuse me, Rita.
Mhm.
You are sick?
No,
Okay.
why? My
I
voice,
feel you
it's
are your
very
voice. I feel like you are sick.
no, because they are also here, so I don't want my voice to be loud. Maybe the speaker
Ah,
for
okay,
the
okay.
others will. Thank
Okay.
you, Nad.
Thank you. Thank you, dear.
Okay, concat. I press tab, and then I will put 0, comma, this one. I have to use, yeah, I have to use this quotation marks to tell Excel that this is a text. So when using quotation marks, it means it's a text. Let's try putting it without 0. Okay. Once I make it values also, this one becomes a text. So you have two options when concatenating, depending on your needs. So for example, if I want to concatenate the patient and the remarks, so I can do it also. It will show like this. If you want to put a space in between them, you can also do like this. Okay, if you want to put dash, so concatenate, it will ask you what is the first text that you want to appear. So we put here the MR number. The second text, which I want, is a space and a dash. And the last text will be my remarks. If I remove this and put only space and dash, it will result in an error. So now here they will say Excel thinks it's a formula. So why it's becoming error? Because we are asking in this, if we don't put the quotation marks, it's like we are asking Excel to subtract the OK to this URN number, which the Excel cannot do. So this is the correct way. So here, you can do this and drag it as autofill. We have another option by using the end icon, end sign. So it's like this, 0, end. Yes. So it's almost the same as the concatenate. Here also, I can just remember to use equal. Don't directly use this while typing. It will only give you text. For example, I say and this one, I cannot, it's not giving me a function. So always make sure you press this. What is the first text that you want to combine? Combine it with what? With OK. It will appear like this. If you want again to put a second text that is a space and a dash, so I will click this and same, make it a text and OK. URN. Sorry, this is now episode. Okay. It's based on your preference. For me, I usually prefer the concatenate because concatenate, I am not very confused what was the text that were combined. And concatenate, I can use it multiple cells without typing again and again for the end. So I can do this, just comma, comma, and add whatever you need. Okay. Uh, Concatenate can also be used with comma. So for example, from here, I want to say this then make it a quote, quote, comma, this. So it will be URN01, comma, okay, this is what we are expecting. So it's correct. So the confusing thing about this is that there are multiple commas now. So don't forget that when you put the quote, any characters inside the quote will be a text, and this comma is just a separator. In Excel, it's called delimiter. Delimiter is something that separates them. If you remember that when I teach you about the data, text to columns, delimiter refers to something that is dividing or separating or combining the characters in Excel. Okay. So in this case, we have delimiter of comma. In this case, we have delimiter of dash. So this is useful as well when we are doing, for me, sometimes we receive, uh, let's say, the bundle ID from sponsors. Bundle ID is linked with an episode. Sometimes their episodes appear with space. Say OP with space. So what I usually do is either I can uh, do this text columns and then delimited it with space. When that happens, then I already have the second text and then I can do concatenate to join them. Now I have without space. I hope the concatenate is clear. On more complicated cases, in Crystal report, uh, sometimes I have to filter only what I need. For example, I only need these patients in a Crystal report. So there's an option in Crystal report where I can filter only these patients, but I have to do them with comma. So in IT, they do like this. Right. Comma, delete, sorry, and then comma, delete, comma, delete. This is what I need for the coding. I need this line. I need it to be single line, delimited by comma. So how I do it in Excel, especially if I have 100 patients, I do the concatenate in a smarter way, in more advanced way, which is concat my first patient. So if I want, I will do this, right? Now I become confused already, to be honest. So I got the three. This is basic way. More advanced way, since I know that this is constant, this one is constant, then I can make it absolute. Applying the absolute, I will make it here, comma. I will just keep this comma here. Concat, this, comma, this. Okay, and make it absolute. So it will not move, comma, the text on the top. Why I do this, I have to remove, sorry. Why I did it, because, and I have to make this one, yes, okay, it's fine. I3, this one absolute, so I want you to focus on this, because this will get complicated now. I3 combined with this, combined with the one on the top. Why? Because I want that if I drag it, see the magic. So what did it do? Concatenate first this, concatenated this. And since I14 is blank, so the text was blank here on the right. So here now, I concatenated the second MR with again absolute comma with the text on the top, which I know will give me the first MR. So now in this cell, I have the first two MR, and then here, third. Since I already have the two here, I only combine the third. So you will notice that the first MR will always be this. So instead of doing comma this. So this one also will be same result. It's the same result, same number of patients. However, it will be from left to right. Now we used this one to here. It will also give me the same result from the notepad of IT. This one. Okay. So, yeah, it's clear, or please, I don't want to move forward if anything is not clear. Okay. I hope it's clear. I hope you were able to digest it. Also, sometimes in the crystal, if it's a word, let's say sponsored, I also have to do this. I need to put quotation marks, right? So what I do also, I put another quotation mark here and make it absolute. I3, which is this. For example, I want to do with quotation marks. So first I will go here, make it absolute, and then the MR number, comma, this one again, make it absolute. So for this first, let's see what will happen. So now it's working fine. Since it worked fine, we'll do. Now I have to add the comma. Make absolute. The comma it's working. Now if I want to add, because now if I drag this, it will only give me one per each. So what I want to do, since I want to combine them all, I will just add again the one on the top so that it will be like a domino effect. Okay, there are many things you can play with for the concatenate. If you know the core meaning of it, the core function of using the concatenate. Here, if you are only printing or sending an email, instead of making your life complicated by using concat and end, there's another easier way, which is this, and go to the number format cell. You can also do a shortcut with Control 1. Go to Custom, select this, and type in 0 until you reach the one with 0 on the front. So you can put another based on your preference. So of course, if it's 175, we only put 0. But some of our MR number, I have to put 2 zeros like this. Visually, it will give you 0 here. But here on the formula bar, actually, it's not. So if I want to send this now to my email, then it will appear with 0. As a text, it will be. But as a formula, it will not be. If I make it equal, for example, I want to add this. So Visually it's there, but if I do this as a number only, the zero is still will be gone. Also, when we print selection, so the zero will appear there. So this is useful if you are only printing or sending an email. Okay, this for concatenate. Yes, concatenate zero and the conditional formatting here and the OK. I want to tackle another topic, which is concatenate and highlighting the duplicates. My cell, because the rows were copied from the left. See the blanks here. So I will remove. If I want to see, this is good example, concatenate and highlighting duplicates if I want to see my same patient with same doctor within the same week or within the same month. Where are we using it mostly is during checking of the 14 days follow-up visit. Okay. Tefla agrees. Tefla votes 100%. Okay. Uh, Here, this is just a sample. I was doing this sample cases a while ago, and I wanted to show you also how I'm doing it more easily, since I noticed from my side that if I do one by one, it will take more time from me, even if it's only 20 lines. I can do it more efficiently from my side. So I will assign standard service for each item code. How I'll do, we'll copy this code. I will tackle the concatenate later. Just first, we will do this table. From here, I will remove the duplicates and then assign a name for them. See here, I did not do standard because I did it one by one. So I got something wrong. But if I do it standard, then most probably I will not face issue. So it's always uh, recommended to use standard. Also for the price. This is just a sample. And then do the VLOOKUP. So I can standardize my table. The VLOOKUP, I will do it for now. I want to show you how the VLOOKUP works, but I will dive in with this one on the third week, on the second week, sorry. So what the VLOOKUP did for me is to look for the corresponding description and corresponding price. So now all of them are standard. I copied and paste as values. Here I have description and price. Okay. Now I want to see which patients were seen twice within April 1 to April 5. So this is just general sample. So if you have 1 month, then you can use it also. How? Because if I highlight now with the duplicate, it will show me like this, which I don't know if the specialist visit was also repeated for the same episode. Also, some of the second visits, since some of our receptionists maybe will do it wrong, they will not put the second visit on the same episode, but they will put it in another episode. So how to catch it? You can also do duplicate values here and then look for the patients with duplicate values and then check one by one. This is what is usually done. Concatenate will give you a more unique experience. So it I want to combine patient and consultant first visit. Ah, in our file also yesterday, since we have here the bill group of Dr. Fees, then you can also concatenate the bill group of Dr. Fees to find all the consultations related to it. So for now, I will just use a sample for the consultant visit. Okay, then since I already have concatenated URN, MR, and consult description, this means that this patient got the consultant visit and it's more unique now. I will apply it to all and then do the highlight. So now I can do the filter, only those with highlight, and then see, check if the date is within 14 days. It's clear, Tesla? Again, same. What? Concatenate? Yes, same there. Mm-hmm. Yellow, here. Concatenate, aywa. Here, aywa, same, concatenate. Then, maybe I will turn off my mic. It's for the request of our. Okay. Thank you, Tefla. Her question is that how does she know directly that she has 14 days in between here, right? Yes, this is her question. Because, for example, and it's a valid question because usually we will have thousands of lines. So when we will do this, still it will appear maybe 100 lines and it will take time to check them one by one. So what I suggest to do is to take all those with concatenate. Okay, those who that will appear for you as duplicate and then put it in another. Let's do this. Let's try. Okay. Now all of them right. So I want to do another. Like let's say another filter since I'm only checking. I only want to check consultation. So console. This one will not be correct. Yeah. We need to make another MR because if what I suggest to do actually is to take all that file, put it in a separate file, and then first sort them. Sort them by MR. Now you will have all the MR and then sort them by date. Okay, so yeah, maybe we can use this file. This is the same file that was sent in the Teams yesterday. You can also try and this one and do the same as what I will do now. So I will try here. Concatenate my patient with Dr. Fizz. So it's concatenate C. Also, I can, since I don't want to use the other columns, I can either hide them or go here on the data, press this group. Okay, if it's group, I can select it to be hidden and unhide very easily. Okay, here on the data and group. Okay, here if I will highlight now, and since I only want Dr. Fizz, okay, I can make another one. From here, sorry, from the build group, I will only select Dr. Fizz. Okay, take this, make another file. Say this is your concatenate, and then select your relevant cells. I will teach you now the advanced sorting, custom sort. Okay, custom sort gives you the option to sort many columns in one time. Meaning, if a while ago I can only sort by patient, right? I showed you that I will sort by patient. Then I want to sort. Let's take the episode also. And the date. So of course the date. Okay. If now I want to sort them using custom sort, I will say sort them by the URN and add level. then by bill date. Okay. Now, this will show me that for URN 110, these are the dates that he had doctor fees. TEFLA sample a while ago was, what if one patient attended on April 1 and his next appointment was on 14? Okay, so in this case, what I will do, so this is more advanced, yeah, TEFLA. So we can do. I plan to teach you this one on the second week, but we'll show now. So the group a while ago, where I teach you, there is something called subtotal from here. Subtotal divides your data based on the change in whatever you choose. For example, I want each change in MR number. I want to have a space. I want to have a subtotal for each change in MR number. And then use the function. There should be minus, let's say sum on the bill date. It asks you where to put the sum. Okay, just I will first show you what it will do. It will be like this. So we created a space for each change in the MR number. Now, instead of doing this subtotal as plus, what I will do, I will filter for all the total. Sorry. Since I only have 2 lines each, then I will do this. Okay? It's simply deducting the second doctor fee to the first doctor fee. Since I did it already here on the first total, I will filter all the total and then copy the formulas. Okay. Now this 13 already appeared. This is the number of days between them. So if I have here April 20, so for sure this one you don't need to check because it's more than 14 days. You can even on more advanced setup, if you want this to be, if this one is more than 14 days, I can say do not check. But if it's less than 14, then I will say it's follow up. So like this, follow up, follow up, follow up. On cases with 3, Tefla, knowledge, I don't have solution. For now, I don't have yet solution, but I can do more complex with this one already complex. So just I want to repeat what we have done. Copy this. This is concatenate. Okay. Since you know now what it will look like, actually you can also do a lot of things on this one if you want it to look good. For example, you now want to highlight them. Don't forget to press Alt semicolon so it will only select those cells. If you clear it, it will look like this. Right? So it's better now. Okay, how we did it again? Select your data, go to data, press subtotal. Uh, okay, yes. The issue here, you see 57, 110, 57, 110, and 49 is over here. If you do the subtotal directly here without cleaning your data, it will be disaster. Use function on build date sum. Okay. Because it will give you here 28, 49, and then 49 again. So that's why cleaning of your data, which we tackled on the first day, is very important. How do we clean it? How did we clean it a while ago? We used custom sort to make sure that all my patients are all together with corresponding services. So you can either go here custom sort. You can also use here in the data, the sort here. This is also the same as custom sort. Okay, sort by URN. I want to sort by my URN, A to Z, add level, then by whichever you want to sort. Let's say I want to sort by date so that it will be from oldest to newest. So in the case of 49, I have two doctor fees, April 1 and April 5. So if I sort them, these first two will appear here, and then this one will appear on the third. You can also sort them by episode number, right? So for 28, 49, it will be the same, 50, 51, and then 180. 57, 59, and 121 it will be. Okay. So based on your needs. So let's see, 49 was, yes, correct. And then now you can do your subtotal. Okay. Again, at each change in what, so you will be the one to tell Excel where do you want to put your space or the subtotal at each change in MR. And then, for example, also like this case, I did not know in the first time that there were three. I assumed all of them were two. So I can use count and then build it. Okay, which means that the subtotal will be added to the build date column. If I say that use function count on the episode number, it will count the episode number. Okay, so you can also do both, but you can only use one function. So I cannot do count here and then sum here. So you need only to choose one. But you can choose a subtotal to any column. Let's say I want to do like this to enhance the first work that we have done. So I will click this. Now there will be total counts. Since I don't want to get confused, again, I will filter it for count and then highlight them first. You will notice that when you filter, it becomes 0. Why? Because we go back to our formula, which is subtotal. Subtotal only uh, adds for you or accounts for you the filtered cells. This is the difference between sum and subtotal. Okay, so here now I have 2, and then we can do again what we have done a while ago, which is to minus the dates. If I filter here, I will copy to all of them. Why? Because now I can say that if it's 3, I cannot use this. I have to check them all one by one, right? So if it's 2, then my formula here is usable. But if it's 3, then I cannot use it. After doing the counts, actually you can also remove them. So since I don't want this to change because I want to see only those two. For example, I only want to see the 2. If I filter, it's all gone. So you can copy them and then paste as values. Copy, Control Alt VV, or copy and then right click 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I can filter by color. And I can filter only by 2 since only the 2 works for me. So if I see there is something 13, for example, let's change this to April 20. Now it's 19. Filter by color. If I see anything more than 14, so I can filter also here, more than 14, or let's use the filter that we did yesterday, that is greater than 14 days. Okay, now this, I have to go back to URN 57. That's the meaning of it. So I can go here and check URN 57 on my file. It's clear for you, Miss Tefla? Inshallah, I will have solution for you more. So today, day 4, we have tackled about concatenate and highlighting the duplicates. Yes, this one. We have also tackled advanced sorting, which is sort by and then by. This one, it's better I will do it with the VLOOKUPs. So we will combine this with other topics on the coming days. Since I still have more time, if anyone has question, please raise your hand or tell them in the chat. If none, I want this to show you. One more. Here, sometimes when preparing the claims, like for foundation, we can use this example. If I have this net, you can use the subtotal in bigger files as well. So from our raw file, let's say, okay, in bigger files, if I want to see the total of each patient or each episode number, I have to make sure first that my episode number is sorted so that there's no 3 here and 3 on the down. Then I can do my subtotal. So here, I sorted the episode number, and then we will do the subtotal. Now, I want to say, I told you I want to see the total of each episode. Okay, I will say at each change in episode, give me the sum of what? Of the amount, which is the net. So remove the bill group here, and you can also do it for your gross discount like this. Okay, and then I hope this one is clear. At each change in episode number, and use the sum and add subtotal to what? Use the sum for to what columns? Will look like this, and then filter for the total. I will press control. I will go here and then press Control Shift End. Okay. Since I don't want to highlight this, these are not part of my totals. I will go here and then Alt semicolon to select them only to highlight. If I clear my filter, it will look like this. If you want them to be also bold, so you can also apply formatting to those in bold. Okay. I always remember Mr. Salim when I do this because Mr. Salim wants a space in between episodes or each patient. If we will do this for each patient, instead of selecting the episode number, I will select the MR number because he only wants space, so I don't mind if I only put the subtotal anywhere. So I will just click URN, each change in the patient. So I'm expecting a line here, a line here, a line here, here, here. So some, it doesn't matter if some count. Okay. Once you have these lines, you unfilter all of them. I will press again Control Shift End and then delete them. So now kalas, I have space on each one. Okay. This one was taking Mr. Salim a whole day before since he had the Tawaniyya claims. Okay. So I hope this was helpful. Shall see you on the next days. And please don't hesitate to ask like Tefla if you have other questions. It's really helpful for our sessions. Thank you guys. I will stop my share screen now and upload it to YouTube. Thank you.